Good morning, everybody. Spiritual Whistleblower here with another video on narcissistic abuse. Happy Saturday, guys. Quickly before I get into the topic, and this is a very good topic, I am coming to the Midwest in September. Beginning September 10th, I'm having a paint and sip. If you love to paint and sip wine, I will be in Denver, Colorado, September 10th, Minneapolis the 11th, Chicago the 18th, Detroit the 19th, Cleveland the 21st, St. Louis, Missouri, the 25th, Kansas City, Missouri, the 26th. And I'm going to be in the islands of Jamaica, Montego Bay, Trelawney, on September 23rd. I will be vacationing. You know how I love, I'll be out of here. I'll catch a flight in a heartbeat. So all my Jamaicans, all my blood clot Jamaicans, I will see you in the islands on our support group is September 23rd, okay? Anyone wants to come, email me to reserve your seats. It is limited seating due to the COVID social distancing. So I'm not going to have everyone packed up in one room. We can't do that. So it is very limited seating. You want to get your tickets as soon as possible. ChanelJasmine@gmail.com. Again, I'm available for private phone coaching. $15 for 15 minutes, $40 for 30 minutes, $65 for 1 hour. Sorry, I got thrown off track. I'm the most affordable, reasonable. I don't charge outrageous rates like a psychologist or doctor. There's a lot of delusional life coaches in this community that are charging the same rates as a doctor, a professional licensed doctor. They're fucking delusional and they're money hungry and scammers. I really care for the people, so I have very affordable rates because a lot of people don't have insurance. A lot of people need healing. So call me. Email me to reserve your appointment, and I got you. ChanelJasmine@gmail.com, or inbox me on my Instagram page. Follow me at Spiritual Whistleblower. Let's get into the topic. Holla. I'm hype. I was listening to some hip hop this morning. New York City hip hop. It's something about a Harlem nigga. Shouts out to Vado. I was listening to Vado this morning. And shouts out to my peoples in Brooklyn, Seth Allah. I'm gonna play some of his music, and shouts out to Papoose. That's who I have in rotation right now, all New York hip hop. All of it. Papoose is from Brooklyn too. So I was blasting Vado, and I got my friend Seth Allah, he's from Brooklyn. He just put out a new project. And then Papoose got some new music. He's been dropping a new mixtape every month. So shouts out to them guys. I'm sick and tired. I'm truly sick and tired of hearing people say, hurt people hurt people. Where the fuck did that come from? I'm about to debunk that. Hurt people hurt people. Nah. We gonna switch that up. Because I'm gonna make y'all see this from a different perspective. Hurt people do not hurt people. Abusive people. People that are demonic, people who are not in alignment with God, people who refuse to correct their toxicity, those people hurt people. Stop saying hurt people, because there's a whole lot of us empaths that are hurting. However, we don't go around inflicting that same trauma and pain onto other innocent people. We just don't do that. Even though we've been hurt and traumatized and damaged, we have enough common sense to say, I don't ever want no one to feel this pain. I'm not gonna go around hurting somebody the same way that I was hurt. So what it boils down to, there's a divide. Good versus evil. God is separating the wheat from the tare. Those that are in spiritual alignment and those who are not. Those that love God and choose God over everything through anything they've been through, they're going to be on the good side. There's a whole lot of delusional motherfuckers that are using God's name in vain. They don't practice anything godly. They go to church for the whole glitz and glamour. They sit up and listen to the sermon, but they don't apply the motherfucking sermon. When they go home, they go back to being dirty, grimy as soon as they leave the fucking church. frauds, fake Christians, I call them, atheists. No, I got more respect for an atheist. An atheist will let you know they not into God, and that's cool. I can't do nothing but respect that. If those are your beliefs and you're putting them out there, I'm not going to diss you. You have a right to choose who you believe in and who you don't believe in. I have more respect for atheists, but there's a whole lot of fake motherfuckers out here hiding behind spirituality, hiding behind Christianity, and they're the most evil, sadistic, they're predators. But they hide behind their religion because hiding behind their religion protects them and covers them up like a shield, like a mask, like a beard. It covers them up so that behind closed doors, they're able to maneuver like a wolf in the night. I don't give narcissists a pass. Should we feel sorry for them? If you want to feel sorry for them, I don't feel sorry for them. I used to feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them because they had a choice. It's amazing how doctors and scientists do not talk about the spiritual side of this type of abuse. And I know why they don't talk about the spiritual side. They want to keep it all clinical and medical and scientific. Cool. But this shit is spiritual. And the reason why the doctors don't want to get into this spiritual, there's very few talking about the spiritual aspect of narcissistic abuse. That's because the doctors are narcissists themselves. Yeah. The majority of them are all narcissistic. That's why they don't speak on the spiritual aspect. Why would they? They're not for God. They're for the destruction of humanity. They feed, off of their patients. They're sadistically feeding off the pain and suffering. When their clients come into their office and sit down on a chair and the doctor says, so tell me about your problems, and they're documenting and listening, they're sadistically having an orgasm listening to your fucking hurt and pain. Collecting off your health insurance with no intentions of helping you to heal or get to the root of your pain. In the back of their mind, they're like, here's another sucker. Let me just give them some word salad and keep, let me gaslight them a little bit and, just enough to string them along and keep them coming in and out of my office so I can milk their health insurance. Let me tell y'all something. Hurt people do not hurt people. I sit here as a woman of God. I sit here fully confident of who I am. Nobody can tell me who the fuck I am. Nobody. There was a time back in the day where I did seek validation from others because I didn't know my value. I didn't understand my self-worth, thanks to my mother destroying and annihilating my self-esteem. But I took control. I had to cut family off. I had to cut everybody off, isolate, and get myself together. I had to do the shadow work, get rid of all my toxic shit, started exploring the world, started rebuilding my self-esteem, started eating healthier. It's a work in progress. I lost the weight. Every time, I look at my past, every time I was eating and gaining weight, it was because a toxic person was stressing me the fuck out. Every time I was overweight, I had gotten up to 315 pounds. That's because somebody was stressing me the fuck out, whether it was my mother, an ex-boyfriend, a baby daddy. Somebody was stressing me the fuck out. And I look back at my past and I'm like, damn, every time you cut a toxic motherfucker off, you would drop 50, 60, 70 pounds. You would drop all your weight. I am an emotional eater. Emotional eating is the result of someone who has been abused and they're seeking comfort. And by them eating food is comforting. It's soothing when you're stressed out. So I am an emotional eater. So if I'm around an abusive person stressing me out day to day, I'm going to eat because it's comforting. But once I broke away from my abusers and anyone stressing me, the weight fell off. The weight fell off. So let me tell y'all something. I have been hurt, and I know you have been hurt. And I'm speaking to my empaths. I'm not talking to the toxic trolls that troll my page. I'm talking to my empaths. So a whole lot of us that have been abused into the ground, beaten, molested, raped, beautiful empaths, done dirty by our parents, gossiped and lied on by our family members, beaten, strangled, cheated on by our lovers. We've been getting hurt for a long time. Yet and still, we still maintain our empathy. We don't go around taking our pain out on other people. We choose not to harm people, even though we've been harmed. Can we say that about the narcissist? No. This is where I have a problem with the doctors, because the doctors try to justify that shit. If you Google the research that they have done on narcissists, they did the research on the brain. What do their brains look like? It's called the amygdala. There's a part of the brain, and it's a bunch of gray matter. And I guess that's the reason why they can't connect emotionally or with anything in the world. And I said, that's bullshit. That looks like a demon brain. What if that gray mass in their head, like I was abused by 2 narcissistic parents in my childhood. It didn't turn me cold and bitter, and it didn't cause me to molest somebody else's child. It didn't cause me to harm somebody. It didn't turn me into a murderer. It didn't turn me into a fucking rapist. It didn't turn me into a violent person. Stop justifying. I don't give a fuck how many scientific studies are out there. There's no justification, because the narcissist was abused as a child, just like the empath. We share that in common. Narcissists are codependent, and if you're an empath who was abused by a narcissistic parent, you too were trained and programmed to be codependent as a child. So why does the narcissist, who has been equally, the narcissist as a child is beaten, spoiled, molested, raped, they go through the same trauma. If they have narcissistic parents, just like empaths, we are both going to get abused. There's no denying that. The narcissistic mother and father, they abuse each child in different ways. They might spoil a child and give them too much. Never lay a finger on that child, but they're going to spoil that child and turn them narcissistic. That's abuse. They might sexually molest another child. That's abuse. They might physically assault another child. They might not touch a child and just neglect them. No emotional love or support. That's abuse. So the parent abuses the child each different way. So riddle me this. If I'm an empath and I'm abused and I grow up to be an adult and I choose not to abuse people, however, the narcissist grows up, the narcissist who was also abused by his or her parents, why are they out here abusing? They don't get a pass. Their personality disorder, their medical conditions, they don't get a pass. What they're doing is by choice. What they're doing is sadistic. They're choosing to harm people because they were hurt. And they're not going to get help for it. Go no contact and you get yourself healed and healthy. And if they come near you, 911. I don't care if it's your family. God bless y'all.